My first Notion template was bad. I mean, really bad. A handful of people bought it for $5, but to be honest with you, they were being just generous. But I never stopped. I kept improving version after version until last year, Notion's Second Brain 6.0, the one that lets you turn the whole template into an RPG game with just a single click. And oh my god, thousands of people love it. And to this day, I still didn't receive a single refund request. But I knew I could do better. I know I can build something that could make anyone disciplined, motivated, and actually enjoy productivity. So after a year of work, I'm excited to announce Notion SB7. Now, let's take a quick tour inside the template. So right now we are inside the new SB7, and this is the first theme we have. I call it Violet Space. We have another one called the Dark Space. So it's more minimal, dark, and white. Both of them, by the way, works in the light mode and the dark mode. So everything here is PNG, so we have transparent background, and I make sure that every icons, everything can work in the dark mode and the light mode. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to stay with dark mode. First of all, we have the main dashboard. So this is the main dashboard, but I will keep it the last thing. We will start with the new productivity concept I've created called GRGE, which is gather, reflect, grind, and energy. And let's start first with the gather dashboard. And just from the cover, you might tell this is where we're going to gather informations from books, podcasts, courses, and audiobooks. And let's just get started. Let me explain to you the things we have new here. In the old templates, we did have books, but that's it. We did have quotes and reading session, but everything else here is new. And we're gonna start with the book. We can go to the book page from here and create a new book, or we can create the book from the button here. Let's go to the page so I can explain also what we have in the page, and then let's create a new book. Let me actually do center pick, better than side pick. We're going to add Alex Hormozy new book, 100 million models. And status, let's say reading right now. You will see this game mode, we're going to close it. And the new thing about Notion SB7, every property is inside a group. So we have the details here, we have buttons, we have progress, and we have review. And for example, while you are reading this book, you don't want to see the review section, you can just close it and keep only, for example, progress. Just like that, you closed every other distraction and keep it so minimal. When you finish the progress and you want to review the book, then you open the review toggle. So let's start with adding details. First of all, the author. We can add Alex Hormozy. Then we can upload the cover. I already have it. Here is it. And we can add start date. And for the sake of this example, we're just going to add 1st of this month. Then let's say finish dates. Let's keep it open for now because I want to explain some stuff. You can add genre. Let's add business, and you can add your own genre. For example, let's say offers, or let's say marketing, anything. Read in will be only filled once we've add the finish date. So for now, it's going to be empty, and wait in once we finish the book. Then we have buttons. So here you can quickly add new reading session, which I will explain later, new highlight, new quote, note, or reread. First of all, let me tell you that the previous template already had the reading sessions. And if you don't know what reading session mean, first of all, let me pick for tracking mode reading session. And also let me add total pages of this book. So it's 280. And now let me go and add new session. And let's say the first session was the day we start reading this book. So August 1st. Let me add the dates to August 1st, starts page 0 and end page 20, for example. So it will tell me I read 20 page. Now, if we go back to 100 million models, as you can see, we have 7%. I can go and add another session. So new page, I can select today for now. And it also will show me that the last page I stopped at is 20. So that's a reminder to the last page you stopped. So you don't go to the all reading session and you look for which the last page you stopped reading at. So now I can add 20 as a start page, and I can end, let's say, at 45. So I've read 25 page. So as you can see right now, the progress is 16%. Now, we have manual mode. And here's the reason why I've added manual mode and reading session. So many customers of the Second Brain 6.0 didn't use reading session, and many others used it. So I was like, should I keep it? Should I remove reading session? And then I said, why not give both choices? So you can have manual mode and reading session mode. So when you select the manual mode, first of all, the current page will appear, this property. And this one you will fill it manually. So right now you can say at the page 67. By the way, we have page reads. Let me remove reading session. Let me delete them so we don't see it. And the progress will show me now 24% based on my current page. Now let's say that I finished the book, so 218 pages, and yeah, progress is 100%. And let's say finish. I read the book. So now, as you can see, read in 18 days. I can add my rating, for example. And yeah, that's it. Now you have two options after you finish a book. You can either review it, like if you did like the book and you want to review it after certain days, you don't want to forget the concept of the book, etc. So we will go to the review section here, and I can add, I want to review it after 14 days. Now, in 14 days, if I didn't review this book, it will show me, Osama, you need to review it. By the way, the template here calls you by your name in most times. And if I did pass the review day by 13 days, it will show me you really need to review it. Let me quickly show you the trick. So if I just edit the finish dates and the start date, just to show you how it works, let me just add June 13. So Osama review soon, overdue by 10 days. So I didn't review it and it's overdue by 10 days. But let's say it's overdue by more than 10 days, by like, let's say 13 days. Let me go to June, let me select May, and now it's more than 14 days. Osama, you really need to review this. It's overdue by 14 days. Once I review it, I will earn some points. That's in the game mode that I will explain later. And so I earn extra points. I earn points when I finish. I earn points when I review. So it's double the points. And then let's say I read it again. So when I click on reread, you will see in the reread we have one time. You can read it again, so you select 2 times. This will not affect your points, but it's a cool thing to have. Then you can select if it's a favorite book or not. Let's select it as a favorite for now. Now, while you are reading the book, you can also save quotes and highlights. For example, let me save a quote. By the way, you can do it from the here, or you can go to new quote, or you can just go to the quotes, add new quote, and let's say give so much value that people feel guilty not buying. I can select a topic for this. Okay, so let's say marketing. Select as one of my favorite quotes, and I can select the book, 100 million leads, and I can add the page. So let's say this is from page 65. Okay, and yeah, that's it. Now, if I went back to the quotes here, I will see it. You can also, just like I said, save highlights. It could be anything, add the page and, revisit the highlights anytime you want. And that's it. That's it actually for the books. And in the books page here, you can see the latest, which is latest quotes and latest highlights. By the way, this is a demo version of the Second Brain, and you will notice that I'm only showing icons because I think it's super minimal and clean. But if you clicked on the view, you can select text and icon, text only, or icon only. Let's select text for now. So here we have quotes and highlights. Here we have recent sessions, which is today and yesterday. And by the way, when you hover on any view, you will see that it has a description. Any view in this template has a description. So as you can see, yesterday sessions, quick look back at what you read. Here we have quick buttons here. So new quotes, session, highlights, or book. And here we have the books tab. By the way, this is the new tabs by Notion, and it's great, a great UI, design. So here the shelf, you can see reading, paused, finished, dropped, want to read. So books grouped by the status. Here we have the picks, which is by genre and favorite. And here we have reviewed due, so the books that need to be reviewed. And here the reviewed book. Here we have chart that shows me the finished books, and right now the reading. So it's by status. Here you can see the codes, so all and favorites of grouped by books, highlights, and reading sessions. Also, we have today, this week, this month, and etc. Let's go back to the Gather dashboard. And right now, let's move on to, or by the way, before that, in the active tab here, you can see the currently reading book. So the books that aren't finished yet, like we have here Atomic Habits, The Hobbit, are here in the running. But also you can see podcasts. And this is audiobook, and this is courses. So because I built these templates and I've used it thousands of times, I know each icon what it means. But for you, actually by default, when you get the templates, it will be text and icon, not only icon. So you have the choice to make it icon, okay? Moving on, let's go to podcast, and let me make this quick because if I've explained everything in this template, this video is going to be like 3 hours. Just the video tutorial that I made for this templates was 5 hours because I went and explained everything, like every formula, everything in the templates. So I'm just going to be quick. So in the podcast here, it's not only podcast database, but only shows. We have shows. So for example, if I went and add one of my favorite podcasts that I listened to them like thousands of times, it's, to be honest, useless podcast. Like you're not going to learn anything, which is Joe Rogan episode 1000 with Tom Segura and Joey Diaz, one of my favorite podcasts of all time. And then I can add the show. So I can add Joe Rogan, okay? Right now, let's say I'm listening to it while I'm in the gym, etc. Let me close game mode again. Here I can add the source. Let's say just YouTube, guest. I can add Tom Segura and Joey Diaz. I can add the rating again. And we have buttons, re-listen, new codes. So you can also have codes from podcasts and new notes. Also, we have the same review system here, so you can review it if it's a useful podcast, like something really useful, not like this one, okay? So yeah, the same thing here for codes. I mean, there's no code here, but let's say in this podcast, what I'm going to say, nothing useful. So new codes, I can add the topic, and I can add the minutes here for podcasts. So for audiobooks in Gather and podcasts, you add the minute. So let's say, I don't know, minute 55. But one of the cool feature here is on air, which shows me the top 3 shows. So if I have like 10 favorite shows and podcast shows, here it will show me only the top 3. Right now, Joe Rogan is number 1, as I have 7 episodes, or I've listened to 6 out of 7. I have Tim Ferriss show, 2 out of 3, Lex Friedman, 2 out of 2. And when you click on a show, you will see the host, usually Joe Rogan for the... Actually, this one should be GRE, Joe Rogan Experience. We have count. And right now, current episode that's running. So Tom Segura. And here I can directly add new episode from the button here. So I can just go new episode directly. If I know it's Joe Rogan show, I can just click here. Again, here you will see the latest codes. We have the podcast tabs here. So you can see right now by status, the picks and the review, and we have a breakdown chart. And again, we have codes related to only podcasts, and we have our shows. That's it for the podcast. Let's go now to audiobooks, and I'm just going to keep this one quick. Actually, I can just pick any book here. So he said Courage to be Disliked. Currently, I'm listening to this book. Can add the author, the narrator, cover, etc., all details. Again, same structure as the book, but slightly different than books. As you know, in books, you can have highlights, you can have the manual reading or the reading session. Why I didn't add progress bar here? Because most people that listen to audiobooks, they listen to it using like Goodread or I don't know, any other apps. And most of the time, those apps has progress bar. So there's no need to add it here. Okay. So yeah, we have a small progress here, start, ended, listened in, same properties. We have the templates, and yeah, that's it for audiobooks. Simple, but actually so valuable and useful. Again, we have the tabs here, the breakdown, and the codes related to audiobooks. Let's now go to courses. So let's say you are taking a new course. For example, I already have this one, Framer Masterclass, design and ship sites in a weekend. So here you can track your course. Here you can add details like price, the link, if it's from Udemy or like it's free on YouTube, something like that. You can add start dates, end dates, and then the duration will be automatically. So let's say finished today. You can add the rating. Let's give it 5-star. And yeah, you can add notes, okay, while you are taking this, course, and you will see your notes here. Again, you have the review system, and we have this cleaned templates. So I'm going pretty fast because just like I said, we have 3 other dashboards left, and I want also to explain the best parts of these templates quickly. So I just don't want to make this video so long. And right now we are already 23 minutes. Okay, so explore, break down, that's it. Okay, finally, let me just go quickly. We have here the codes page, so you can see more details, codes. Here we have reading sessions, so you can see today, this week, this month, etc. And highlights also, you can see the recent, all, and organized by books. Okay, so each book and its own highlights. Now let's go to the coolest part. The monthly analytics. Now, in all 4 dashboards of this template, gather, reflect, grind, and energy, we have monthly database that shows you your monthly analytics. And it creates every single month. So like last month, your data will be saved, okay, and secured. So monthly gather of August 2026. Stats. Again, here you will see it by icons. In the video tutorial, I showed how you can change icons and add like books instead, like the text instead of the icon. So you can do that so easily, but to keep it minimal and clean, it's really easy to understand it. This is book, this is audiobooks, podcasts for the microphone, and the guy with the laptop for courses. So this month we have 3 books, more by 1 than last month. Audiobook, we have 2, more by 2 than last month. 5 for podcasts, more by 3 than last month. And this month we didn't finish any course. And unlike last month, we finished 2. So the total is 10, more by 4 than last month. Now here's the thing. You can not only compare last month, but any month you want. By default, it's last month. But if you went to the compare date and select, so last month is July, but let's select June. Now, as you can see, we are, so for courses, June, we didn't take any course, but we are up by 8 than June. I can add now, let's say May. As you can see, for May, I've took a course, and in May, I've read 4 books. Not like this month, only 3. So this month, I'm up by 4 than May. Let's bring back last month by default. Here we have formula of last month, and there's many conditions here. So the message will be different depending on the percentage of the comparison between this month or any month. So if you are now up by 20% than last month, the message will be different if it was like 15% or less by 10%. Here we have top topics, so you can see the topic you've checked more. So for example, we have company, depending on like if a book related to company or related to any topic, okay? So here you can see reviewed, how many items you reviewed. So this month I reviewed 2, but last month I reviewed 4. How I can know that is by -2. So codes, 5 codes saved, last month -2. That means last month I've saved 7 codes. And tell me if this is not cool. Like it's really, really cool. And by the way, also for those one, you can add compare date. Like we can add June. So now, as you can see, in June, we only reviewed 1 item and we didn't save any codes. In the monthly analytics, we can see it top month. So we have top months of the year with the most gathered or completed books, audiobooks, podcasts, etc. So as you can see, we have August 2026 as the best month of the year with 10 items finished. For all time, we have November 2025 with total 13. Last but not least is the pulse. Now, again, every section in this template, every dashboard has its own pulse database. First of all, one of the coolest features is the daily code. Now, this one pulls from your codes, the codes you saved from books and from audiobooks and podcasts. But it doesn't work until you have 13 codes. Let me show you the message when you don't save 13 codes. As you can see, in this template, we don't have any codes, so it will tell you. So when you duplicate the template, when you get this template and it's day one, you will see add 13 more codes to unlock codes of the day. Okay, until you have 13 codes, then it's going to work. And here's the coolest part. Every single day, let's say you have 15 codes. Every single day, it will show you different codes until you finish the 15 codes, then it will start from 0. So if you keep adding codes every day or like consistently, you will never see the same codes again. And this is really cool. Now here you see your analytics, how many books you finished out of all books you have. The balance shows you like the gather balance. So you have 14% books, 12% audiobook, 33% podcasts, and 14% courses. You can see the right now active books and etc. And finally this year, which shows you like total books you read this year, courses, etc. Finally, in the main dashboard here, we have the breakdown for all 4 pages. We have the active tab here, so you can see the running, the post, the recent, codes and highlights and reading session, and review due, which is the things that need to be reviewed, the books, the courses, etc. Now let's go to Reflect. So in Reflect, and by the way, every cover here you will see in this template has, so in Reflect you can see the pages inside. So we have resources, future letter, ideas, notes, journal, and topics. And it starts with journal actually. So let's start with journal. I keep it simple, but it also includes some incredible features. So every single day, your journal will be created. We have 3 types of journal. We have today, month in review, year in review. So this one will be created at the end of each month and year in review at the end of each year. So for your daily journal, we have your date. You can add mood. Let's say grade. You can add score. And you should add the mood and score, and I will tell you why later. And then let's say this is the template we have. By the way, you can edit and make your own templates, but this is the template I'm going to use and the template I made. Here you can describe the day in one word. You can add photo of the day, lesson you learned, wins, etc. Or you can just go here, and be free and write all the actions of the day. Once you finish that, you go and log. When you log, you earn points. Let's keep that for later. And then you have your streak. So journal has streak. And I think this is one of the coolest features to keep you motivated, because I am myself, I start journaling for a week, then I stop. But I think streak is one of the things that will, keep you consistent. So right now it's day 1, but let me just go to, the database here, and I already have many days. So if I just logged the missed days, now if we went to today, we will see 19 days. The habit is forming. Now, do you remember why I told you add mood and score? Because in the monthly reflection here, you can see the score and the mood. So mood pattern, so mood improving. So my mood is improving and my average score is 4 out of 5. Now let me show you a cool thing. If I went to the table here, okay, and let's say I set rough for the first week of this month, something like that, then neutral, then good, then great, and let me keep it great for the rest of the month. It's not going to change, mood improving, but let's do the inverse. Let's go to rough, and let's do good. It was good at the start of this month, and it was great, maybe. Now, you will see moods declining, and my average score is 3.3 out of 5. So that will show you if your mood is improving or declining. And also, it calculates the score. So you should add the score of the day. One of the coolest things here is the calendar. So here, every day you check, it will be colored. So if I didn't check, let's say yesterday. So let me uncheck it. So as you can see, first of all, I break the streak. So today will start at day 1, but also it's empty, it's gray. Here we have also, you can compare it to any month again. So you can add July, or you can add, any month. So right now, ahead of July, it's adding up. And as you can see, it's beautiful sunny day. Journal stats, I logged 18. Last month, I've logged more. I missed only one this month, and my average score is 8.5. So it's more by 0.2 than July. And here also, the captured, which I will explain later when we explain notes and resources. I can add new notes, and it could be anything. And the one things that I changed from the last version is that last version had its own notes database and idea database. But I think it's not necessary. You can just select here now notes or idea. And you can, we have two templates, so you can select idea if you want. So for ideas, let's say, or notes, doesn't matter for now. I have any idea, let's say, compare date. So actually, when I finished Notion Second Brain 7.0, until I finish it, then I came up with the idea of compare month, So compare month analytics, for example. I can add topic. So here could be Notion. And here's the beautiful things here. So you don't forget any idea or any notes you set. And I've been using this technique from, I don't know, like 1 year, 2 years now, and I've never forget an idea or notes that it's really important. So let's say when I came up with this idea of compare month analytics, I said, okay, I'm not going to add it today, but after 2 days, I will review it, think about it if I want to keep it or just remove it. So I select 2 days, and in the same concept I've explained in books, after 2 days, if you didn't review it, it will show you, oh, it's overdue. After 13 days, it will show you, man, you really need to review this, but it's going to call you by your name. So for now, the created time is fixed, so we can't edit it to show the formula, but you get the point. You can relate it to any projects. So let's say launch SB7 project. So as you can see, it's related to a project, which is this file, and topic. So connected to topic and projects. Again, in the video tutorial, I showed how you can remove the icon and add text instead. Then when you review it, it's reviewed. If it's an important note or idea, you can pin it, and that's it. So if you went to the notes page here, you can see recent notes or idea, which is the last 24 hours. You can see a breakdown, how many notes you have, how many idea you have. And in the mind here, we can see all notes with their views. You can see pinned, reviewed, due, etc. And same thing for idea. Here we have this urgent section, which means you really need to review it. And that's it for the notes and ideas. We have same concept in resources. It's the same concept. So you add a useful resource, could be useful for your project. I don't know, maybe some inspiration covers for SB7 theme. Example, something like that. You can add a type. Let's say it's, I don't know, inspiration. But what we have here is the status. So let's say I consumed this. I've used this inspiration to build, my SB7 theme, review it, done. So yeah, and I can link it to my project, which is Nash SB7 Purple. So you will see it's connected to project. So the project has its folder icon. Let's go back and let's move to one of the coolest features here is the future letter. Probably you heard about it before, or if you didn't, so if you didn't heard about it before, it's simply a message to yourself or a letter you write to your future self. So you write it, you seal it, and you select an open date. You don't open it until that date comes. It could be 1 month, it could be a year, it could be 5 years. And sometimes you add emotional words, something that will find you on hard days. So you add new letter here. And by the way, I write one for me when I will finish SB7, because I wasn't sure if I'm going to finish this template. So I write it in February 14, and now open dates, right now it's August 19, so it's overdue by 3 days. And yeah, I actually didn't write anything here, but I just write it when I was building this template. So now, and then once I open it, I can check the opened, and that's it. Then I can write another future letter to myself, and Now, here's the thing. You write it and you forget. The template and the system will show it to you when the open days came. It will show up here. So it will show up in the reflection or also in the main dashboard here in the future later in the bottom. And again, we have the monthly reflection, which I've partially explained. Again, the captured here shows me how many items I captured. So we have 6 notes, 4 ideas, and 4 resources, up by 14 than July. So I didn't capture anything in July. And again, I can add any compare date. Could be July, June, or any other date. Finally, we have the reflect polls. So I can see all time captured. I can see the unprocessed things, resources status, and future letters. So right now I have 1 ready to open, 2 that are sealed. And journal stats, all time, 47 logged, 15 missed. My average score is 8.3, and here's my mood. And by the way, you can add more moods, score, and I showed that in the video tutorial inside this Notion template. In the monthly reflection, again, we have top months feature. So you can see here top month of the year in terms of mood. So the best mood of the month with the best mood of the year and also all time. And also we can see the month with the most logged journal for this year and also all time. And it happens to be July in all those 4 views. Also, we have breakdown charts, so you can see logged journal, missed one, the score, and also captured items. In the active hub here, we have today, so you can see your journal of today, notes, idea, and resources you saved. We have yesterday, so you can check also yesterday, and inbox review, the notes and idea resources that need to be reviewed. And let's now move to grind. And this is, I always love the grind dashboard because I think it's the more exciting part. And it is the more exciting and motivational part. Let's start with life areas. So here you have your life areas. By the way, we have custom icons and covers for this template. So for both the dark, actually dark looks so good. Let me show you the dark one. So yeah, it looks premium. And by the way, I've built all icons from scratch. So it's a glossy, I don't know, volcanic space theme, you can call it, but it looks stunning. And we have, extra icons, you can get them. So in the life area, first of all, same thing as shows, we have top 3. So the life area that has the most related things, the most action, the most active. So business right now, it's number 1. We have 1 goal, 2 projects, milestones, etc. We have health and fitness, number 2, and self-improvement, number 3. And there's more features here, like you can see the maturity. It's like you are planting a seed. So the more items you have, the more your seed will grow or your plant will grow. So as you can see here, we have points, something I will explain in game mode. And again, here we have many tabs. So the pathway, here you have a default template. You have goals related to health and fitness, for example, milestones, projects, and tasks. And in this dashboard, you can see the activities. So here you can see the most active life area of all time and the least active. So business, 15 items, career, 0. But also you can see for this month only, again, it's business and career. And that's it for life area. Now I will actually explain goals, milestones, and projects all at once. So let's create a goal, or let's go to the goal page, and I will give you a real example this time. This goal will be launch SB7. This is a 1-year goal. And let me show you how I did it. So life area would be business, but also self-improvement. And we don't have Notion. So I wish if I have Notion life area, because it's one of my life areas, but I'll just keep it business and self-improvement for now. Status, it's in progress, actions. And now here I will set my actions. Or before that, let me set the start date. So I started this September. So the year was 2025 I started, but the end date, probably I will finish. We already finished. I'm just recording this walkthrough. So I will set 27. Maybe I will launch it in 27. And let me now go and add actions or steps. So I have 2 milestones first. My first milestone is to build Game Mode V3. That's the first one. Second one is build SB7. So for me, those are the 2 milestones. Game mode, I build it. By the way, I can open the milestone itself and add life area. Again, its own action, so I can break the milestone. And the target here is to break the goal into actionable steps. So from milestones, which like separate the goal into 3 steps, then each milestone I can break it down into like 3 projects or something like that. So for build game mode V3, I did have my projects, etc. But I'm just going to, I'm just gonna ignore it for now and go back. And let's say I reach it, okay? I finished it, okay? And start dates, actually, let me add, not this date, September. End date, let's say, actually I end in like February, something like that. Okay. For SB7 or before that, actions, you can see we have 1 out of 2 milestones. But then I can add projects that aren't related to milestones, but related to the goal directly. So for example, let's say launch SB7, build the launch. So build the launch. This is a project not related to build SB7 or build game mode. And let's say currently priority, it's the next I'm going to work on. Other projects is build demo videos, which I finished. So it's completed, okay? So as you can see right now, I have 1 of 2 milestones and 1 of 2 completed projects. And if I went to the overview, I can see this beautiful diamond progress bar. It shows me 15%. Let's say I've also built the launch, it's completed. And in the milestones, let's say also I built SB7. Now, this is good, but not really cool. Like we did have this in the previous version. And now let me show you the coolest part, motivation. You set a reward and a punishment, a healthy punishment, okay? Don't get me wrong, a healthy punishment. For the reward, you can go to add reward, and let's say once I finish SB7 or launch SB7, let me do what? Because I still didn't think about it. I did set up a reward for building SB7, which I will tell you later. But for launching SB7 and actually finishing this project, I will, you know what? I will take 1 month off, okay? So this is my reward. Let me select goal reward. And right now, so it shows me I need more coins to buy it. So this is a part of the integrated game mode. We have a version of Notion Second Brain 7.0 that doesn't have game mode. It will not show you need more coins. If you finish the goals, you can get it. But now you will tell me, well, we didn't finish the goal. The status is in progress. Well, this reward is so smart. It checks 2 things. It checks the progress. If it's 100% and you agree on that, it's finished. Now it tells you confirm it's done to claim. If I confirmed, okay, achieved, now it shows me ready to claim. I can go and claim it if I have enough coins. But right now I don't have enough coins. But actually, I'm going to almost there status. So going back to milestones, one of the reward I set to myself when I finished building SB7, it was actually buying this monster MacBook M5 Pro, 16-inch, 48 gigabytes of RAM. So this is something I've never dreamed and I've never thought I would buy it, but thanks to God, alhamdulillah, I bought it. So MacBook Pro, M5 Pro, whatever the specs. I missed its milestone. Oh, of course, I don't have enough coins because this is a demo template. I just don't have enough coins. But if I have enough coins, I will buy it. Okay. Now let me show you punishment. Okay, let me show you punishments. So, because I didn't show you, I only showed you the reward. So launch SB7. Let's say the punishment, I usually take 1 month off in August. If I didn't finish it, let's say I will work another extra 3 months. Work extra 3 months. Now, if I went and add goal, you will see is that lurking, don't slip, or it triggers. Now, if I went back to my goal and I said achieved, you will see that punishment dodged. I made it. I won, and I'm not gonna do the punishment. Now, when you have to do the punishment, it's actually needs three conditions, or actually two. First, you didn't finish the goal yet, but also you exceed the deadline. So let's say end date August 27. Today is September 10 or August 28. Okay, and you're still in progress. You didn't complete it. You didn't finish it. Then you do the punishment. And that's it. That's how you can build yourself a motivational workspace by using rewards and also punishments. Now, punishments and rewards can be related to goal, a milestone, a project, a task, just a simple task, a streak, which I will show you later, and battle log. But for reward, it's more than that. It's also weekly reward. So let me show you. Let me just go to, so we have weekly reward and also workout. So for example, when you finish a workout, you can have a dessert or something like that. Now going back to grind. So let's go back to grind. And let me show you now tasks. We made tasks so advanced in the new version. So let's create a new task. It could be simple, like respond to clients. So it could be something simple, respond to clients. With energy, let's say medium. So by default, energy will sort your tasks. So the mid one will be first, then, light one. But also we have high. And then you can check done. That's it. That's a simple task. But also you can have some cool feature. Let's say you're procrastinating, okay? You don't want to start. Here we have the 5-minute finish. So if I switch the status to just 5 minutes, when you click on it, progress bar and the reminder will start, and you will start working on this task for just 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. Once it's finished, you will receive a notification that, okay, it's 5 minutes finished, and it will tell you, so let's wait, actually 5 minutes. So right now we are in the mid of the 5 minutes. As you can see, we have this little progress bar. So as you can see, Usama time's up. Now you have two options, logged in, which means you're gonna keep working on this task, or to do. Now 5 minutes is enough to make you logged in. And also you receive a notification that tells you a reminder, respond to clients, 5 minutes finished. Oh, and I forget the NPC. So in this, entire time we've been doing stuff, you receive notifications. By the way, I've checked them. So you will receive it in your, if you active notification in your phone and also in your laptop. So when you finish quest, it will shows me, Osama, you finished quest, you earned this points. For the non-game mode version, you will not see points, by the way. When we reach milestone, for example, Osama milestone reached, build SB7, you earn this points, and for the character in the game mode, it's improved my level by 98%. If it was the reason to move my level, you know what? I will explain this in game mode video. Okay, it shows me also how many days it took me to finish this, and based on the days, like if I, it was quick or it took me longer, the message will be different. The NPC I've built in this system is so smart that there's thousands of different conditions and messages. When we finish the goal, also books that we reviewed, etc. Like, for example, you deserve respect that in 0 days we finished 100 million models. Okay, so the NPC is really cool, and we also have its own dedicated page that I will show you in game mode. Now, for this one, let's say logged in, and then it's done. Okay, it's done. One of the coolest things here also that we have motivations. Also here in tasks, just like I told you before, you can relate a reward and a punishment for a simple task. We have also duration, but right now we didn't set a time. So if you want to track how much you spent on a task, you can just add include time. And let's say 7 p.m. And it will show me that I finished this in 9 minutes or 1 hour or, Now for the recurring tasks. We have recurring tasks also here. So I can go to new recurring task. And let's say one of my personal recurring tasks is I should post tweets every single day. So post tweet, okay? Energy, I will keep it mid because sometimes it's a simple tweet, sometimes it takes more research. I will close all those stuffs here, and I will close motivations too. By the way, you can set motivations for recurring tasks. It doesn't matter, okay? But it will only work for this task, like post a tweet. Once I finish it, the next recurring one, you have to set its own reward or punishment. And here we have the recurring stats. It looks simple, but it's advanced. Let's say it's every single day. Because it's every single day, I'm not going to change on days. But if I select like week or weeks or 2 weeks, I can select specific days. So for example, if I select every single week, next due will be August 26th. But let's say I want Saturday, Saturday, it will be August 22. I've explained this recurring in depth in the video tutorial. So let's bring back days. So let's mark this as done. And so the system will duplicate this task. And yes, here's the next one. And also you can see streak. So one, personal best, no record yet, which is the time, personal best, how much time. So if you want to track time and see each time, how much you spend on the same task, and then you will know your personal best record. And completion rate, right now it's 1 of 1. Let's say I finished this one too, so done. Let's wait for the automation works. Okay, here's the next one, streak 2, completion rate 2 out of 2. But let's say I missed next time. So I didn't finish it. Let's wait a few seconds again. And here's the next one. Now the streak, no streak yet, because it will start from scratch. And completion rate is 2 out of 3. Also, we have skip and stop. Skip is really useful if you're taking vacation, for example. I'm not going to post for the next 13 days. So next task, next post tweet, I will do it. But once I will do it, for the next 13 days, I'm not going to do any post tweets. But the automation and the recurrent process will keep working. Like you don't need to stop it. You really don't need to delete the task. Then after 13 days, make it. No, just skip the next 13 days. Once you are ready again back to work, you will find your task ready for you. And also we have stop. So stop is next one. I will do a post a tweet and I'm going to stop. I'm not going to post any tweet anymore. I think this is posting a daily tweet isn't a good strategy. I'm just going to stop it. And it will stop the automation. That's it. And we have more things in the tasks here, but we don't have enough time for that now. Motivations, it's just a dedicated page for rewards and punishments with more stuff. So you can see running punishments. Running means the tied to the goal or the project still running, not finished yet. So I didn't lose, but I didn't win. I'm still waiting for the results. So I can decide if I do the punishments, or the system will decide if I will do the punishments or not. And same thing for reward. And then finally, we have habits war, which is good and bad habits. I can go to the page. So here you have your good habits and your bad habits war. So in the templates here, you set your own habits, and you set if you want them to record every single day, created every single day. For example, listen to one podcast every single day, and you do your habits. By clicking on win, for example, you have your streak, you have your completion rate. There's other stuff I can't explain until game mode, because this one is also merged with game mode. We have bad habits, so this is fight. So for example, scrolling. For bad habits, when you avoid clicking on lost, you keep the streak and you don't lose. If you click on lost, as you can see, I lost points, I lost the streak, and I will start again. Now, good habits, I keep it simple in this template, but actually in the background, in the back end there's a lot of things going on. But this is not the exciting part. One of the best way to build good habits and remove bad ones is streaks. And I call it the streak wars. So let's create a new good habit streak war. Let's say cold shower for 13 days. So let me set the 13 days goal here. And now, before I start the challenge, I want to set a reward and punishment. So for reward, let's do a hot bath once I finish these 13 days. So hot bath, and let's select strict reward. Let's go back. And for punishment, now it's different than the others, than goals and projects. Here, you don't do the punishment like if you didn't complete the challenge. No, every time you slip, you do the punishment. So every time you don't do the cold shower, so if today I didn't do it and I slipped, I will start the challenge from scratch. So that's why it's called strict wars. I will start from scratch, but I have to do the punishment also. So punishment here will be 200 push-ups, for example. And for me, both punishments and this one are easy. 200 push-up, and in fact, one day I did 100 push-up in 1 minute. Some of you will tell me you're lying. I did it in 1 minute, 100 push-up. Anyways, and I've been doing cold shower for now, like when I was 15, so 6 years now. So yeah, let's start the challenge. And you see day 1 out of 13. But just to show you how this works, I'm going to change the start date. Let's say start of this month. And let's say today I slipped. Boom. You will see first is free. First punishment is free. You're not going to do it. But second slip, then it will start. So I will change the start date again, because once you slip, the start dates become the day you slipped. So again, let's do start of this month. Okay. And now let's say I slipped. Now I have 1 owed punishment. Now, what if I didn't do the punishments? Usama, what if I didn't do it? Now, for the game mode version, you lose coins and you lose companion power, which I will explain in game mode. For the non-game mode version, you actually don't get the reward if you finished the streak. Like if you won, you finished, you can't get the reward until you do the punishment. So here, let's say I did my punishment, so 200 push-up, first one done, so 1 is served, okay? And let's act that we finished this, so I'm just going to change the start date again to first date of this month, or maybe something like, okay, 100%. So I won, I can claim my reward from here, okay, or I can go to the hot bath and, and claim it from here. So it's ready to claim. And this is the strict wars. You can add good habits or bad habits. For example, you can add no phone for a year. And by the way, almost close to reach 2 years without phone. So it's one of the craziest idea I've ever built. It's going to help you stay disciplined and build good habits and remove bad ones. There's a lot of stuff going on there, but I'm just going to keep this one quick because right now we passed 1 hour. Now here, also, we have the monthly analytics and the polls. So quickly, you can add compare month. You know how it works. You can see how many goals, milestones, projects you finished this month, good habits and bad habits you did or you slipped. In the grind polls, same things almost. Status of all actions you have, good habits, goals, etc. But also you can see states of rewards, how many rewards you claimed, running right now, or missed because you didn't finish the whatever related to that reward, and same things for punishment. Again, in the monthly grind, here we have top months. So here you can see top months with best, or let's say the most checked good habits. So right now we have August 2026. We have also bad habits resist, and also we have the inverse. So we have bad habits slip and good habits slip. And also we can see top months with done items like, completed tasks, projects, habits. So the month that has the most completed items. And you can see this year, completed goal, projects, etc. We have one thing here called my life estimation. This one, you will set it up in the setup process in this template, because there's a setup process before you start using templates. For example, right now I'm 20 years old. Actually, in just 3 days, I will be 21. And this is just a reminder that life is short. You might, die today, tomorrow, and, reminder to do something good in this life. That's it. We have battle log and weekly report. Let me just show you them in the main dashboard. But before that, let's finish the final section, which is energy. So in energy, we have meals, workouts, experiments, pills, or medical and hard time. Starts with meal planning. So here you can plan your days. You can set ingredients. Then from those ingredients, you can build recipes. For example, we have, let me see, chicken rice bowl. So here you can see, serving one, for example, calories, proteins, carbs, etc. And you can see how much time you cooked it automatically, last cooked, difficulty, and category. This is lunch. And also you can see rank. So rank based on how many times you cooked this meal. So if we went to, you can see, for example, this one, chicken shawarma, cooked 7 times. So it's ranked as the, top cooked meal. You can see them categorized, so breakfast, lunch, dinner, etc. You can also add your own covers and icons for each meal. And this is really good, but not cool. Let me show you the coolest part here. So every single day you have a meal day, and it will be created automatically every day of the week. And so, for example, Wednesday. So here you will have calories. So you can set calorie goal, let's say 1,600. And you can then add, macro targets. You can add, like, if you want 19 grams of protein, carbs, let's say 300, fat, let's say, 15, fiber 10, sugar 13 or 23, for example. Now, you can go directly and add, your recipes. And I showed like the macros so you can, relate them. So you can choose your recipes until you hit the target's calories, for example. So right now we have 920 left, so you can add more. It says now too much. Let's go and add something low. Right now, almost hit the goal. So 1,580, almost hit the goal. And when you hit the goal, you earn points for game mode. That's another story. And you can see the today menu. We have energy bites, which is just snacks. For the lunch, we have Moroccan chicken tagine and also grilled salmon. So we have only 2 recipes for today. But let's say you don't know what to eat, you don't know how to plan it. Let me show you how to do it. Shuffle, and it will gives you almost, well, it's actually accurate, this button. You just need more recipes. If you have a lot of recipes with different calories, it will choose you the best collection that will match or at least close by 10% more or 10% less to your calorie goals. So now it gives you a full day of eating. So you have your lunch, you have your breakfast, and you have your dinner. So protein, whatever here, pancakes for the breakfast, tuna wrap for the lunch, quick snacks, and dinner. This is much better than you selecting it by yourself. This is cool, but there's another cool feature. Let me right now remove everything we selected. And let's say you are on diet. So we have another diet database. And let's say you are on keto diet. Okay. Difficulty, you can add hard, medium, whatever. Calorie goal, you can set 1,600, for example. Status, active, and days, let's say you want to try it for 13 days or 1 month. But then you select only few recipes. That's, it's going to work for this keto diet. Let's only select few. Energy bites, Moroccan breakfast, something like that, chicken shawarma. Now, if you went to meal days, it will not select from the entire database of recipes. No, it will only select from keto because it's right now active. So if I hit shuffle, as you can see, Moroccan breakfast, chicken shawarma, energy bites, and grilled salmon. Now, it exceeds the calorie goals because, when you're going to plan this, you know what recipes you're going to add. So for now, it's just example. That's why it's not correct. But as you can see, it's only selected from the diet. If we added more, like let's say, banana shake, and we went here and hit shuffle again. So for the snack, banana shake changed. Next time, energy bites. If we have more snacks or breakfast or, in the diet, it will be different every time you select. And that's how you can plan your meals. That's it. That's what we have in the meal planning. Let me go quickly on those pages because we really exceed the time. We are more than 1 hour right now. So medical here, you can see active supplements. So you can, if you are taking supplements, you can add your supplements and you can, add the stock per dose per day and how many times a day you should take it. And it will tells you when to restock. We have appointments. So if you have an appointment, let's say dental cleaning, you can add all the details. But it's all, if you also have a next visit or follow-up, it will work the same way as a recurring. So if I set this one to attended, next one will be created. So if we just wait a few seconds here, as you can see, here's the next one in August 21. And then we have body log, which is for me one of the really cool things to measure your body, fat or muscle weight, etc. So let's say my goal is right now bulking, and my current weight is 16 kg. So let me just add kg and centimeter. Body fat, let's say 15, okay? And so it shows me down by 2 kilograms because I already have some body logs. So let me just remove them. So let me just remove them. Back to this one. So this is, let's say, the first entry we have. For chest, let me also add, if you are a bodybuilder and you want to measure chest, arms, progress, let's add 44 centimeters in chest, okay? So let's set this one actually for last week, and let's add one for today. And goal bulk again. Let's say this time my weight is 62 kilograms, so now up by 2 kilograms. My body fats moves, it increased because I'm bulking right now, so 17, so plus 2%. And for chest, right now it's 46. Now it's up by 2 centimeters. Now nobody grows their chest 2 centimeters in just 2 weeks, but this is just an example. So that's how you can track. This is more useful for bodybuilders, but also any physical activities you are doing. Let's go back. We have experiment. This is a concept I took from a book called Tiny Experiments by Anne Laurie, if I'm not wrong. So here, let's say you have, I'm not going to explain the entire concept of the book, but you have like, it's not a goal, it's not a habit, but you just want to experiment. Like cold shower, for example. You're not taking it seriously, you just want to try it. So let's say cold shower, for example. You can add category, let's say it's routine. You want to start, let's say today. Here you can add the hypothesis. It's like, for example, I will feel better and refreshed with cold shower. Sorry for my grammar. End dates, let's say I want to end this, in 13 days. So let's say 19 September. Then when this, 13 days experiments finish, you have two choices. So once it's active, you can run again. The same experiments will be running for another 13 days, or you can change the date, or you can stop it if you didn't like it. And then you can add results. You can add plus, minus, next. This is all taken from her book. So consider checking that book. It's really cool. Now let's move on to hard times. Now you will ask me, what's this hard time page? And let me show you. So let's create a new hard time. And let's say right now you are passing through, it could be a breakup, it could be a divorce, it could be, financial crisis, it could be money, it could be you lost your job, something, anything. Let's say you lost your job. And I don't wish that to anyone. Okay. So, and here we have intensity, and it's an EF scale. So if you know tornadoes, or you interested by tornadoes, you know that this is the scale to measure the damage a tornado left behind. So with 0 being the least and 5 being the strongest damage. So let's say right now it's really hard for you that you lost your job. So it's EF3, for example. And the trigger is work and status. Right now you are in it. You are inside the storm. Okay. And let's say the start date, let's say at the start of this month. But then you process this, you find a job, boom, you recovered. So when you recovered, you can add what helped you. For example, let's say your friends help you, your family, whatever, something that helped you. But the point of this page is to remind you that you are going to pass every hard time in your life. As human, we forget. And we tend to forget, like we pass through hundreds of hard days and hard times, but then every time we are inside a hard time, we feel like it's the end of the world. So this page will remind you, and when you look at it, like right now we are inside a hard time, you say, okay, I come back many times. So this one is going to be the same. I will come back and I will recover, and it's going to be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's going to be okay. So that's why I built this hard time page, to remind you that it's going to be okay. There's some analytics here. You can see the resilience, recovery, so how many hard times you pass through it, percentage, etc. And finally, let's go to my favorite part here in energy, which is workout. Also, the meal is my favorite part. So your workout can be simple, can be advanced. It's up to you. You can just create a new, or before workouts, let me show you two things. You have muscles, by the way. You have muscles and you have these beautiful muscles, by the way. I create them and they work in both dark and light mode. You have exercises and then you have all your workouts. So let's set a new workout. Okay. We can close everything else for now to show you how simple it could be or how advanced it could be. New workout, let's say just today, type, it's lifting, intensity. Let's say we're going to crush it today. It's going to be a good day, good chest day. So high. So let's say in motion, okay, and we can open tracking here. After in motion, like you're right now, doing your workout, then you complete it. It will show you the duration. Right now, it's only 1 minute, but when you are going to make a realistic life experience, it's going to be 1 hour or 15 minutes. And that's it. That's how you can make simple workouts. And of course, you can relate exercises. Let's say for chest, let's go with cable fly, okay? Chest press and bench press, only 3 exercises. Now, what if you want to make this advanced and you want to track your PR and make this a recurring workout you have? So let me clear everything else, okay? Let me also close the tracking for now. Let me open the recurring and execution. Let me close stats and let me go back to on deck. Okay. Recurring. Let's start first with the recurring. So let's say I want this workout every 3 days. So I can train chest every 2 days of the week. Every 3 days. You can select specific days if you want, but I'm really not suggesting this because days of the workout will change. Okay. So you can choose specific days, just like I said, or you can keep it like that. And again, it's the same as tasks. You have skip and stop. Let's say you are on vacation, you want to stop this workout. And now let's go to the plan and results. This will help you track your PR. And please pay attention here because it's a little bit tricky. And once you get it, you will be amazed how advanced it is. So for the plan, let's say for cable fly. So this is our first exercise, cable fly. We're going to open brackets, or you can just keep it without brackets. But just to make it clear, I'm going to open my bracket and I'm going to add my sets. So I have 3 sets. First set, I will do 10 repetition. Second one, 10. Third one, 12. Then I will hit space. Now we move to the second exercise, chest press. I will open the bracket and I will do 3 sets again. It's to 12, 12, 12. Or I can just add 3 multiplied by 12, okay? But for now, I will do 12, 12, 12. Next exercise is bench press, and I'm going to add 10, 11, 12. So 10 repetition, 11, 12, so 3 sets. Here we have results. I'm going to add my bracket, and here I'm going to add my weight, the weight I'm going to use. Now, there's one thing. This is the one that is going to decide my PR, the results. Now, one thing, my exercises are in kilogram. So if you're using pound, you can go and choose LB instead. Okay. Now pay attention also for the progress of cable fly. Right now it's MT, progression MT, PR MT, and performance never performed before. So let's go to results, and I'm going to train with 18 kilograms for everything. So 18. No, who trains with cable fly 18? I think it's too much. No, just do 15. Oh no, it's even too much. 13. 13, 13. For chest press, I will do 14, or I can just add 14 multiplied by 3, by the way. You can add it. It's the same thing. Let me show you. For example, for bench press, I'm just going to add 13 multiplied by 18. Okay. Now let's say in motion, blah, 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 etc. We have recurring, complete, first session, no PR. So your first session doesn't have a PR. By the way, I forget one thing. You can add covers, and we have custom covers for workouts also. You have like 13 covers or 25, something like that. Next one for this month. So after 3 days, but let me just play a little bit with time, So let's say it's today, okay? By default, you will see what you've trained last time. So everything is captured. Let's say we are going to stay with the same plan of last time, but there's some changes. First of all, cable fly, last one will train it with failure, so F. Chest press, you're going to keep it like that. Bench press, last one, you're going to go with max. So a max rep, max repetition, okay. For cable fly, let's say first one you will train with 14. Okay, 14 kilograms. Then 13, they're 13. Or for the failure one, let's say 25. Let's be realistic a little bit. For chest press, this time you are going with 50 for all of them. So 50, okay? Now, for bench press, first rep, you will do like same time, 18. Second one, 18, but this time you want to try your max. Let me try my PR. We'll add 19. Now, if you pay attention, we have 14 here, more than last time, 15 here, more than last time, by 10 kilograms, and 19 also for bench press. So obviously, there is a PR in all of those. So if we hit in motion, just to add the tracking if you want. If you don't want to add in motion, you can just add complete, doesn't matter. Then complete PR hits in cable fly and chest press. Now, I don't know why it didn't check bench press. That's weird, to be honest. Let me double check again. So chest day for last time, this was 18. Oh yeah, let's actually add 18 instead. So 18, 18, okay, much better. So now we hit PR in bench press 2 at 19 kilograms. So last 13 days PR, 19 kilograms. If we go to our exercise, we will see that we are improving, progression plus 10 kilograms, two sessions, and right now PR is 19 kilograms. Now let's say next time I couldn't do the 19 kilogram in the max, okay? I just did 18, okay, or 85. So minus 5 kilograms. Let's hit complete. PR 19 kilogram. It's still, I did reach the PR in the last 13 days, but now it's 18.5 kilogram and progression is minus 5 kilogram. Now, it will show me I'm still improving because if you remember, first time is 18 kilogram, then 19, then 85. It's actually, I'm improving, like I'm adding, going back just a little bit, then adding. It's not like if I went to 17 kilogram, that will be declining, okay? So yeah, that's how you can do it. Look, this workouts plan and results, I've talked about it in depth in the video tutorial. There's some trick. You can make it even easier, like just adding few numbers. But once you understand it and how it works, it's just like normal workout apps. You just add, the sets, the repetition, etc., and it will calculate for you. And that's it. Let me do another example, not related to, lifting. Let's do something else. Let's do running, for example. Okay, so running. Let's go to the sets. Here you can add, let's see, running or cardio. Start cardio. And let me go to exercise. And it could be just running if we found it. Yeah, run. So the plan is 15 kilometer. And the result is 15 kilometer. Or by the way, the plan here, we can add like 3 hours, for example. Let me do every 2 days. Okay, complete. Done. First session, no PR. Now let's go to second session. Let me just move this one to today. And let's say this time I'm going to do 20 kilometers in 4 hours, for example. It's complete, PR hits run. And as you can see, I hit my PR. Isn't that cool? So that's the workouts database. There's also more stuff. You can add rewards, and yeah, there's a bunch of other cool things you can see here. And just like that, we finished the 4 dashboard. Now, the cool things about this template is you don't really need to go to each dashboard to do everything. You have everything, almost everything in the main one. You have your daily word here. You have your future letter once it's going to appear. You have the hub, which in the focus, you can see your daily tasks and routine. So this is tasks of today. You can see the focus one. So let me just show the text. This is focus. This is lights, meaning quick. And you can plan tomorrow. You can see your habits of today, workouts, meals, etc. You can see your pulses here, so you can switch between them quickly. Monthly analytics. Here we have all the charts, you will need to see. And the 2 things I didn't explain, which is the battle log and the weekly report. Let me just hit a space here. So the weekly report shows your reports of this week. It well tells you the rating. It well tells you how many tasks you complete, habits done, and compare it to last week. By default, it's last week, and you can't compare it to any other week. And you can see also like workouts finished, and it will tell you what is the best day of this week. Right now, it's Monday with 8 action. Now, the best part is you can add a reward for both weekly reports and battle log. And it's really cool. Like if you finish the day with 15% progress or more than 15%, you can deserve the reward. You can also set punishments for battle log. So if you didn't do what you promised yourself you would do today, like the tasks, habits, etc., and you just finished at 20%, tomorrow you're going to do the punishments and you have to do it, or you're going to lose coins for the game mode version. Same thing for weekly reports, but we don't have punishments for the week because it doesn't make sense at all. But for the week, if you finished it with more than 15%, the start of the next week, you can have your reward. Let's continue on the hub here. You can see the gather section here, the build section. You can see like projects, streaks you are working on right now, the M section, which is the goals, the milestones, and the money section, which is the finance brain, which I will show you, not the entire finance brain. I will make a video separated. You can watch it if I released it. But 2 features or 2 things we solved in the new finance brain that will blow your mind and solve all your problems in Notion. Now, before that, also we have a mode called Kitai, which is you can use it on your phone. So you can just check things quickly, tasks, habits, just for the phone. And now the coolest part, introducing Game Mode V3. Let's open it. So with one click, you turn the entire second brain into almost a Steam video game, except there is no 3D side here. And this is one of the coolest things I've ever built. By the way, we have 7 different themes. We have the purple one, we have the Prince one, we have the dinosaur scientific one. This one works better in the white mode. We have also the sky one, also works better in the white mode. We have this green forest bear one. The cyberpunk looks really cool. And finally, the ninja one, red dragon. So we have 7 themes, and also girls covers are included. So if you get the 7 themes option, you will find girls cover included. Now, let's go here, and I'm not going through everything. I'm just going to explain things quickly, okay? So in game mode, we have the main things, which is character. And character has, or before that, everything in Notion SB7 you do, from tasks, goals, projects, etc., earns you points, XP, coins, and some stuff like tasks and habits and workouts takes energy from you. So those one takes you daily energy. Right now we did many tasks, many workouts. As you can see, energy is 0 and it will reset in 3 hours. Now, I'm not going deeper more than that to explain energy because there's a lot of cool stuff about energy here. But the main character has level and 3 skills. We have willpower, wisdom, and strength. And to level up those skills, you need to earn specific tokens from completing challenges. And let me show you. So if we went to the challenges page here, and let's open the Explore, you can see we have many challenges from the easy to the impossible. And for example, if we log 13 journal and we already won this challenge, As you can see, we collected 2 keys and 3 gems. Gems is going to the wisdom, and it's going to level up my wisdom. Now, every skill requires a number of tokens. Like wisdom requires like, I think 5 tokens to go 1 level up. But this is not stable. What I mean by that, if we went to the configuration, so you set up your game mode config before you start. And we have 4 modes. We have easy, medium, hard, legendary. Depending on the mode, your skills required tokens will change. In easy, it will require less. In legendary, it will require more. But not only skills. It's also for character level. It will require now more XP to level up. For also like a companion level, it will require more. It depends on the configuration. So my advice to you is, if you want challenging but it's not really hard, like you can't get it, go with hard mode. Hard mode is the sweet spot. Now, just like I said, every challenge you finish, you will earn tokens, and those tokens will level up your character skills. Now, why you need to level up your character skills is the big question. Let me show you. We have ranks. So in each arc, we have 10 ranks, and each rank requires different level of your skills. For example, the Frost require level 1 of willpower, level 3 of wisdom, and level 3 of strength. And the last rank in arc 1 will require 13 of all of them. Now, arc 2, what I mean by arc 2 is that if you finished all the ranks and all challenges, which will take you a lot of time, with one click, my friend, you can unlock a new set. So if you clicked on unlock arc, new sets of ranks and challenges. So you can continue playing the game. Now, going back to ranks, why you need to unlock them? They will help you boost your character level. Now, why I will need to boost my character level? Well, to unlock more challenges. Because hear me out, some challenges, let's go back to challenges, are like reach level 15. And let me tell you, if we went to the impossible challenge, we have reach level 999. And you can't do that without actually finishing all the ranks. And let me tell you, everything in this system is calculated. All the points you earn, like everything calculated to make it challenging, but doable. You can do it. It's not impossible. So I'm not going through everything else here because we have a lot of stuff in game mode, but I will make its own walkthrough video so you can go and watch it. Now, there's also more cool stuff, like we have another 2 extra tokens. We have comets, which you can only earn by logging daily by clicking on claim tokens. And this comet is really expensive. Like, it's really important and rare in the same time. And you will need it. Let's say you kill your companion. And by the way, let me explain the companion. It's not here as a decoration. It's useful. It's one of the things that help you boost your character level too. And he lives on your good habits. Like when you do good habits, he earns more VT power. I call it VT power. And when you do bad habits, he lost it. And when you win strict challenges, his age goes up. And that will help you to boost more your character level. Now, if you did bad habits, too much bad habits, and you killed him, 0 VT, you can only revive him by spending 100 comet, which is something it will take you a long time to collect. Another tokens we have that I showed you before, we earned from challenges called keys, and you can use it to exchange for more XP or more coins or more comets. And my friend, there's a lot of stuff going on game mode. There's a lot of cool stuff. Just like I said, we don't have time to explain everything right now. So to close this video, I'm just going to show you the new things we have in Notion Finance Brain, and it's going to blow your mind. And then that's it. I think if you are someone like me, you have a business, or, you know, it's not necessarily you have a business, but you can't have multiple currencies in Notion, right? You're stuck with only one currency. We fixed this here. We built our own currency system and it works. Let me show you a quick example. Let's say I have this weekly payout, okay? I received it. It's in dollar, so I have my currency here. So currencies are pages here, okay? 10,000, I receive it to my account Stripe, which is in USD. Let's say I have another income, but it's in MAD, my currency, okay? MAD. And let's say something like 5,000 MAD, okay? Amount, sorry, this one should be like the income, or let's say job salary, for example. Account, I will add only my MAD account, so it could be cash or bank. I can't add different currency accounts, which makes sense. Now you will tell me, well, my bank account, I can receive euros, but yes, that transaction or that exchange, and we have it in this template. Like, let's say your job salary in MAD, okay? Your job salary in MAD, and you want to do a transaction between two accounts. You can do that. Those two accounts are different in currency. You can do that, but I'm not going to show due to time in this video, okay? So I have 5,000 MAD, 10,000 US dollar. Now, if I went to the month, I can see it, and I can select the MAD and USD. So by default, if I didn't select any currency, it will show me in MAD. Now it will tell me why. Because in the setup process, you can set up your default currency, the currency that will work in this entire template. But if you want to show with also USD, you can select USD alone. And as you can see, I have in 10,000. And my netto for this month is 10,000 because I don't have any expense in USD. If I add MAD, as you can see, we have in MAD 5,000, but also out 18,000. So we have an expense in MAD. There's a lot of other stuff, and it's not only in the month, like in the year also, you can filter it. In the profile, you can only select, for example, okay, I want to see my net worth in US dollar, for example. You can see it. There's a lot of stuff here in this template. We have, if we went to the holding dashboard here, we have accounts, transaction, investments, and they are so advanced. We have, if we went to the cash flow, we have income, streams of income and expenses. We have also income category. If we went to the burn, we have bills, subscription, taxes. If we went to commitment, we have saving goals, lending money, so you lend people money, debt, and people. You should see the walkthrough of this video because those parts are really exciting. Now let me show you the second problem most people have in their Notion Finance Tracker that we solved in this template, which is subscriptions. So let's create a subscription. Now the problem with subscription is that if you start it, stop it, then pause it for a while, like 2 months, 3 months, then you go back and start it again with another price, like you change the subscription price, like it's now, you went from the pro plan to the advanced plan, for example. How we can calculate all this in the profile, in your net worth, in the month, we solved this. I'm just going to show you a simple example because there's a lot of stuff, but yeah, let's do Framer, for example, recurring monthly. I'm going to add my original date of the purchase, let's say Jan 10, for example. Okay, and then I can select category, which is let's say housing. No, not housing, not transport, not grocery. I can add like business, but for now let's just add housing. Okay, and then I can add my cost. Let's say my cost is 15. Account, I can select account, can add US dollar, currency, USD, and then active. Now, if I just activate it like that, you will see that the next recurring will be, the next cycle will be September 10. And you can see I spent this year $120. And if I went to the month, by the way, I will see it. Subscription paid, $15 spent, because today is 19 August. Okay. And the next will be same subscription in September 10. So I can see it in my month. Now, let's say March, I paused like in March 8. So before I paid in March 10, I paused it until, let's say, June 12, I started again. So let me do that quickly, okay, in the background. So let's say paused, okay. Now will tell me we are not in March. Don't worry about that. I will do that in the back end. So right now, I did stop it in March 8. As you can see, we spent only $13 this year. Why? Because I paid in January 10, I paid in February, but in March 8, I stopped it before I paid in just 2 days. So it's $13. Now let's say I start it again, okay, active again in June 12, okay? So let me do that in the back end. So as you can see, now we spent $75 this year. Now there's another trick. Let's say in June, the price changed. I went from the basic plan to the pro plan, which is $45. I'm not going through this, but I will tell you that if you change the price, the calculation will be right and the math will be right. And you will see it also in your month here. For example, subscription, it will be $45. Now, there's a lot of other cool stuff we solved in the new finance brain, but I will keep it to its own dedicated walkthrough. And that's it. This is Notion SB7. Let me know what you like about this template in the comment section below. What was the feature that you really said, wow? And if you like this video, hit the like button. The template link will be in the description below. You will also get Finance Brain for free with the template. So it's fully integrated and it's free. Thanks again for watching and catch you in the next one.